Hey guys, what's up? It's Darkmech here, and today we're going to be having a look at artifacts, what the artifact trait trees look like, how they work, the relic slots, and all that kind of jazz. So as you would know, when Legion hits off, every class will start off with a quest, and for every class, for every spec, there is a specific artifact weapon that you will use for the entirety of the Legion expansion. So today what I wanted to do was give you an overview of how the artifacts work. I'll show you a couple of different artifact trees, and hopefully you'll have a bit of an understanding by the end of the video. So this is what the artifact trait tree looks like for the Demon Hunter Vengeance Warblades. So you can see that I am at rank 12 at the moment. For every trait that I purchase, I get a stamina boost and a damage boost. That is the same on all artifacts. So when you finish your artifact, when you complete your artifact quest, you will get the artifact's ability. Now the Demon Hunter one is Soul Carver, the Blood DK one's Consumption, the Prot Warrior one's Neltharian's Fury, and on, I don't know any other ones. And from that artifact ability, you will branch out into minor traits, and then each artifact has these three major or three gold traits, depending on whatever you would like to call them. So you obviously work your way around your artifact tree, and you can go whichever way you want. There are 3 relic slots. You will start off with 2. So there's 2 you're going to start off on. The Demon Hunter is Iron Artifact and Arcane, and then the third one is Fell Artifact. And the way you unlock that relic slot is that you need to complete your class campaign quest, which everyone has, and that is how you unlock your third relic slot. I'm not going to go down that path in beta at the moment. I do want something to look forward to in Legion. So you can see the relics, you'll gain these as you quest, and they'll add item levels and obviously boosters to your artifact weapon. So my iron one is 30 item levels and increases my chance to parry by 2%. The big thing when you're going through questing is you will get to choose these relic slots. Just make sure that you are picking one for each slot if you don't have one in that relic slot. You can see my Warblades at the moment are 811 item level, and what you want to do is pick the highest item level relic is generally how this is going to work. So whatever highest item level relic option you've got, take that one. My Arcane one is plus 31 item levels, and my Soul Cleave heals for an additional 1% of your maximum health. As I mentioned before, for every trait purchased, you are going to get a stamina increase. It's 0.75% at the moment, and damage dealt increased by 1% for every trait. This could all change subject to live, but that is generally how it's going to work. I assume this is only the way for tanks too. I haven't looked at casters and things like that, if it's a stamina increase and things like that, sorry. At level 12 though, what's really interesting is the next ability for me to buy will cost me 1260 artifact power. So it is a fuck ton of artifact power. The higher you get with your artifact, the more things cost. If we have a look at a Blood Death Knight artifact, the Maw of the Damned, this is only at level 1, and what I wanted to show you was at level 1 things are substantially fucking cheaper, as you would expect it to be. So the main ability for your artifact weapon on a DK is Consumption. Then you will pick your first minor trait, and then you can branch off to whichever way you want to go. What's interesting is that when you start, your artifact cost is only 325 artifact power for a minor trait. So as you can see, the more advanced you get around your artifact tree, the more expensive things are going to be. There's 3, as I said, major or golden traits on every single artifact. That doesn't change. Your artifacts, your relics are Blood, Shadow, and Iron artifact. On the DK, again though, you'll just start with Blood and Shadow. To look at a Warriors one to show you that, even though they're all the same, just to show you, 3 major traits again. You've got an Iron artifact, you've got a Blood artifact, and you've got a Fire artifact to unlock via your class campaign. And again, you'll get your artifact ability, which on the Warriors, Neltharian's Fury, you'll go to your first line on your minor trait, and then you can decide whichever way you want to go. Now, as I said, the higher you go, the more expensive your traits become, so you kind of want to plan out which way you want to go on your tree. If you do fuck up, however, there is an option in regards to like a artifact respec. Next to all the forges or wherever you're going to put your points into your artifact in your class hall, there will be an NPC. He will give you the option where you can reset the traits in your artifact. However, the higher you go, the more expensive that becomes. So it would cost me 1260 artifact power at level 12 to refund all my traits and respec my artifact, which is pretty fucking pricey. So you really do want to sort of plan out which way you are going to go with your artifact weapon to avoid doing this, because artifact power, although it's quite easy to come by, you can get it everywhere in the world, it's actually really fucking expensive, and there's going to be some people that go out absolutely balls to the fucking wall at the start to complete their artifacts really quickly, and there's lots of ways you can get artifact power. Looking at world quests, which I'll do a video talking about world quests, but there are certain world quests you can do every single day that will get you artifact power. So this one here, if you go and complete it, will give you 40 artifact power, and there will be a couple of these throughout all the zones where you can go and complete them. You can get it via doing dungeons, off just mobs. It doesn't have to be off bosses. You can get them off mobs, and they range in regards to their reward they're given. So this is 250 artifact power. Some of the other ones that drop off minor trash mobs and things like that can be 5 artifact power, 10 artifact power, 25, 50, 75, 100. You kind of get where I'm going. They all range, but it's always that you can gather artifact power. So some people are going to go out balls to the walls for that. Another way that you can increase the rate in which you gain artifact power is via your class hall. Now this is kind of the new garrison sort of thing, and you can spend your order resources in regards to artifact research. So you can put 2 work orders in, and what will happen is you will get a 5-day cooldown, but what this will do is it will increase the rate in which you gain artifact power, which is obviously a huge bonus because everyone is going to be wanting to complete their artifact weapon as quickly as they can because it will make them more powerful. The problem that's going to come from this is it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out from a raiding perspective. Now, I don't raid anymore, so it's not really my concern. But a lot of those hardcore guilds are going to go out really hard at the start, and I won't be surprised if people have got their artifacts finished in a couple of weeks or something like that. It just wouldn't surprise me. The rest of us will probably just trundle along, and by, midway through Legion or whatever, we'll have all our artifacts completed. But if you want to go getting into raid groups and things like that, it's probably going to be a requirement that you've got your artifact complete or you've unlocked all your major traits and things like that. So it's going to be really interesting like that. If you swap specs, at the moment they haven't sort of talked catch-up mechanics. As you can see, it's a pretty large investment to complete your artifact. I don't know what they're going to do for catch-up mechanics in regards to being able to catch up on your second artifact, or if you chose to play a different class. It is sort of going to open up a can of worms, and it is going to be really interesting to see how that all plays out. But anyway, guys, that is sort of an overview of how the artifacts work and what they look like. Hopefully that kind of gives you a bit of an understanding, so that way when Legion goes live, you sort of know what you're doing and how it kind of works. So that's it from me today, guys. Thanks very much for checking out the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. See you guys.